Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm Ramesh, and today in Ramesh Telugu Pandigalu, we're going to jump right into the things you absolutely need to know for your first real conversation in Telugu. You ready? Let's do this.
At the end of the day, language is really all about connection, right? It's about connecting with people, with different ways of life. And that's what we're here to do today. Give you the actual tools you need to start building those connections right from the get-go.
Okay, so here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll break the ice, then we'll get into making plans, talk about communicating at work, and finally, we'll cover how to express your thoughts. Let's jump in. All right, first things first, the big one. How do you even start? These next few phrases are honestly the foundation for pretty much any conversation you're going to have. So picture this. You're somewhere new, maybe a coffee shop or a park, and you see someone who looks approachable. What do? How do you open that door? Well, it almost always kicks off with just a simple question. Okay, here's a fantastic, really friendly way to start. I'll say it, and then you can try it. Ready? Miku na peru delisa. Now you. It means, do you know my name? And it's just this nice, gentle way to get the ball rolling on introductions. So once you've got names out of the way, what's next? Asking where someone's from is a total classic. So listen up. Miru ekkadi nundi వచ్చారో. Go ahead, give it a shot. It just means, where did you come from? And it really shows you're curious about them. Now this next one, this is a powerhouse. It's so useful. Nanamiku sahayam jaya galana? It literally means, can I help you? And you can use it everywhere. With someone at a store, at work, a stranger on the street. It's just an instant way to build a positive connection. Okay, so you did it. You broke the ice. Know what? Well, let's turn that first conversation into something more. This is all about the nitty-gritty of making plans. Let's say you've hit it off with someone and you want to grab coffee, or maybe you need to set up a meeting with a coworker. It really just comes down to when and where, right? So let's tackle the when first. This one's crucial if you're trying to get a group of people organized. Listen to this. Manam eppudu bailerutunnamo. It's asking, when are we leaving? It's perfect for making sure everyone's on the same schedule.
Now, before you just throw a time out there, it's always good to check their schedule first. And this phrase is your golden ticket. Niku eppudu khali untundi. It's as simple as, when will you be free? It's just a really polite and effective way to plan things. Okay, let's switch things up and move from a social setting to the workplace. I know, using a new language at work can feel a little intimidating. But trust me, having just a few key phrases in your back pocket can change everything. So here we've got 3 super common situations at the office. First, if you're trying to figure something out, you can ask, "Idi ela pani chestundi," which is just, how does this work? Then, if you need to let someone know you're done, "Nenu na pani porti chesianu." I finished my work is exactly what you need. And hey, who doesn't like a compliment? Mi pani chala shubranga undi means your work is very neat. Great one to know. But let's be real, work isn't always a walk in the park. So what do you say when something's tough? This is where this phrase comes in handy.
ఈ పని చాలా క్లిష్టమైనది. It just means this work is very complicated. And saying that is the first step to getting some help or working on it with someone else.
And on the flip side, sometimes you need to be really clear when giving out a task. This phrase, miro I panini purti cheyali, is very direct. It means you must finish this work. No ambiguity there, it's professional and gets the point across.
Okay, we've talked about greetings, we've talked about making plans, and we've covered work stuff. But now we get to the real heart of it all, sharing what you actually think and feel. This is where those deeper connections start to happen. So here you can see the two sides of the coin, really. For positive feelings, you can say, Idi naku chala santoshonistandi, which is a beautiful way to say, this makes me very happy. But, it's just as vital to be able to express negative feelings, too. Midu nannu bada petaru means you hurt me. Being able to say both is what makes for real, honest conversations. So how do you let someone know that something is not just a passing thought, but that it genuinely matters to you? This phrase says it all, with so much power. Iri naku chala mukyam. It means, this is very important to me. It's how you share what you really believe in. And sometimes the most important thing is just feeling understood. This phrase is a genuine request for that. Dayachesi nannu artham cheskondi. Please understand me. It's such a human thing to say, and it can really bridge the gap when things get complicated. Okay, so let's put some of these pieces together and see how they actually work in a real dialogue. Imagine someone asks you, Miru yapuro ostaru, or when will you come? You could answer, Neno torlo dirigi ostanu, which means I'll be back soon. But maybe you want to explain why there's a delay. You could add, Ipani chala klishtomainadi. This work is very complicated. And then, to be helpful, you could even ask them, Nenu miku sahayam chegalana. Can I help you? And boom, just like that, you've woven these different phrases into a real, meaningful exchange. All right, let's do a super quick recap. Think of these as your top 5, your essential toolkit. We've got, can I help you? When will you be free? How does this work? This is very important to me, and please understand me. Seriously, if you get comfortable with these 5, you are going to be in great shape for so many different situations. And there you have it. That's your crash course. You now know how to kick off a conversation, how to make plans, handle things at work, and even share how you feel. These really aren't just words on a screen. They're like keys. Yeah, keys that can unlock new friendships, new possibilities, new connections. So now the only real question left is, what conversation are you going to start first? Thanks so much for joining me today.